Hello everyone, welcome back to this video. In this video we will animate the second flap of our logo. So for animating flap layers, we will select the layer which contains flap and we will start animating by opening the keyframe for position and rotation. We want these flaps to come in position as soon as our first part is visible. We want our animation to start from there, so we bring our slider to that position and we will change our rotation and scale properties, and we will also change our position property. We want this first flap to move from this position to its actual position in the required time. So first we are changing its position. As you can see, we are using same method to animate our different layers which we have used to animate our first part. The only difference is the position and look of those layers. So now as you can see, we have successfully animated our first flap, but we want that first flap should not be visible before our first part comes into picture. So for that we are animating opacity also. Move to the next keyframe and bring back opacity to 100%. So now as you can see, we have successfully animated our first flap and it is correctly timed. It is coming into picture after first part of the logo. Now it is time to animate our second flap. We will use same method to animate our second flap. For that we are opening keyframes for position and rotation so that Premiere Pro knows its original position. And if you want to delete the keyframes, you can also click on stopwatch icon so that it forgets the previously made keyframes, and we can create completely new keyframes for a fixed layer. Now again we are creating position and rotation keyframes. So now by creating these keyframes, Premiere Pro knows where the actual position of this flap layer is. And by going back in time, we will create another keyframe by changing the position and rotation properties. By doing this, Premiere Pro knows that what will be the path of our flap in the given time. And we are adding opacity keyframes also to hide our flap in the beginning of animation. And when our animation completes, our visibility should be 100%, so we are changing the value of opacity. So in the given time, the opacity changes from 0 to 100. So as you can see, we have successfully animated our second flap. One thing you should know that by using Photoshop files inside of Premiere Pro, the Premiere Pro becomes slow because it uses dynamic link between these two software. That is why. And here I am also screen recording all this in full HD, so that is why you can see a little bit there is lack of performance, because we are using dynamic link also, we are screen recording also. We are using same process to animate our third flap. We are changing the position, rotation and opacity properties with time. With this you can see we have successfully animated our first 3 flaps. In next video we will animate the remaining parts of our logo. Thanks for watching.